Good morning, afternoon, or evening, y'all. My name is Shannon, and today we are going to be picking my April TBR using my TBR jar. I'm so excited to be picking my TBR for this upcoming month. I feel like this month is going to be a good reading month, so we're just going to be picking 10 as usual, and let's get started. Oh my gosh. A book that ends on an odd number. Yay! Okay. I was hoping I would be able to pick this. A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. This is the same author as A 7-Year Slip, which I absolutely loved when I read last year. This book follows Elsie, and she loves romance books with all her heart. She can't seem to really have any luck with real-life romance until she ends up, I think, crashing her car on her way to a reader's retreat, and she ends up in the town of her favorite romance series. And she notices every character from the books except one specific character she cannot place, and it's her and his love story. It sounds so incredible. I love the magical elements of Ashley Poston's books, and I'm sure this will be no different. Next. A book you started reading but didn't finish. Okay, this is perfect. This is on my spring TBR, and it is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I started this about a year ago. I could not stand Connell and the way he was treating Marianne, so I had to put it down because I was getting genuinely pissed off by this book. But I'm sure I will absolutely become obsessed with it when I do read it. And that's gonna be this month, baby. This is about Marianne and Connell, and we follow their relationship over years. And they originally start their relationship in high school, except Connell is embarrassed of her. And it pissed me off. But the toxicity of their relationship honestly reminds me of Magnolia Parks. So, again, I'm sure I'll love this. Next. Oh, I dropped one. Well, we're not gonna count them. Pretty cover. Okay, easy enough. I have discussed how beautiful I find this cover multiple times, but it's gonna have to be The Favorites by Lane Fargo. This book is about Katerina, and she was previously in a very passionate, very toxic ice skating partnership with, I forget his name, Heath. And a recent tell-all documentary has come out that didn't notify them, didn't get any kind of consent, and it's wrong. And so she wants to come out, tell her story. It sounds very reminiscent of Daisy Jones and the Six, but I've also heard it compared to Magnolia Parks. I picked this up a little while ago. You should have seen it in my collective book haul, but it sounds absolutely extraordinary, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited for this to be on my TBR. Next. A book you've had for a long time. Okay, I could pick a book from my spring TBR video, but I don't want to be repetitive for you guys, so I'm going to try to find a different book. You know what? I think I am going to be annoying and pick a book from my spring TBR video. Emma by Jane Austen. I have had this book on my shelves absolutely for over 2 years. Maybe even over 3. I wish I was exaggerating. This book is about Emma, and she has proclaimed herself this town's matchmaker. She believes to have like an otherworldly power when it comes to matching people up. She believes she has a gift for it. And she ends up really, really meddling with one of her friends, Harriet's love life, to the point of detriment and actually damaging Harriet's life. And we're also following George Knightley fall in love, and it's just such a beautiful story. I'm so excited to read another Jane Austen book, and it feels perfect for the spring. Okay, another book. A book with a great first sentence. Okay, we have our book. It is The Violence by Delia S. Dawson. The first sentence reads, The first recorded incidents of the violence occurred as Ruth Belmont of Land O'Lakes, Florida, was putting a tube of mayonnaise in her cart at a warehouse store on Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. That's this month. That's perfect, first of all, to read this month. The reason why that sentence intrigues me so much is because what this book is about. The violence is about Chelsea Martin. And in this world, there is something called the violence going around where women are becoming unhinged and completely violent for no known reason. And it is called the violence. And she plans on using this disease as an excuse for the reason she kills her husband, because her husband is abusive. And it sounds so good. That sentence, obviously, it just, oh my god, I'm so excited to read about this. It just sounds like such an interesting premise, something I'll absolutely be rooting for her to do, and I know I'm gonna eat it up. We have 5 books so far. We need 5 more. A genre you don't usually read. We already have those in there. We have 2 literary fiction, which is definitely a genre I don't normally read, and we have a thriller, which is also a genre I don't normally read. I guess I could put another thriller. I'm going to be picking The Only One Left by Riley Sager. This book is about Lenora, and in the 20s, she was accused of killing her entire family. The police were never able to prove it, but she never left her house again. And honestly, that kind of makes sense. But now, after being rendered mute by a series of strokes, I believe, she has a home health aide, and she is ready to tell all. Lenora, I mean. She wants to tell the story of what happened, how it wasn't her, and it sounds so interesting. I believe there is normally an aspect of paranormal in Riley Sager's books, so I'll see how I appreciate that, because mysteries have recently been pissing me off, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch my February reading wrap up, because Good Bad Girl really pissed me off. But I really hope I enjoy this. Next. A nonfiction book. Yay! The next book is The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. This is a nonfiction self-help book by the Queen, Mel Robbins. This book really became popular the second it was published. It came out, I believe, in January. I could be wrong, but this entire book is about the Let Them Theory, obviously, and how whenever anything is angering you, whenever someone is doing something that bothers you, let them. And it sounds so simple, but obviously it's not if she was able to get a book this thick out of it. I've previously started this. I am in the middle of it, but I'm just really taking my time with it. I would, however, like to actually finish it, and so I'm going to put it on my TBR for this month. Next. A book you're dying to pick up. I don't know. I think I should do a fantasy book because I haven't picked one yet. Just what fantasy is the question? Oh, okay. I know what I'll do. For this pick, I'm going to be putting A Fire Endless by Rebecca Ross on my TBR. I have a plan for a video I want to film this month, and this book is needed for it. It is the second book in the, I don't know what the duology is called, but it's A River Enchanted and A Fire Endless. The first book is about Jack and Adira, and Jack was sent away about 10 years ago to become a bard, and he's now being summoned back to his small island to help Adira, the princess, find where these girls are going, because girls are going missing on their half of the island, and they have to kind of barter with the elemental spirits in order to find out where they're going. And the story was so good. I love the way Rebecca Ross writes, and I'd love to finish one of her duologies because I still haven't read Ruthless Vows yet either, so I'm excited to have this on here. Okay, we have 2 more to go. the sequel you've wanted to pick up. Oh my god, I already know. The Wicked King by Holly Black. This is the second book in the Cruel Prince trilogy. I've literally been wanting to get to this forever, and it's been on my TBR. I just don't know why I haven't gotten around to reading it. This book is about Jude, and when she was a child, she was kidnapped, her parents were murdered, and she was taken into the Fae realm and raised there to be kind of ruthless. She's trained her whole life to be a soldier after growing up in this realm and cannot really be taken seriously. And when she is at school, Cardan, the Fae prince, really bullies her, and things just kind of go on from there. It's an incredible story. I love Jude so much. She's so morally gray and kind of heartless, and I love her for it. I literally just said all this in my spring recommendations video as well, because I was recommending The Cruel Prince, but I do need to finish the series, and I'm so glad I get to put this book on my TBR. Next, we have one more. A book with an animal on the cover. Okay. I realize I'm repeating a lot of books from my spring TBR and spring Rex video. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The Spell Shop. If you can see, there's a little cat there with wings. But from what I have been told about this book, it is about Keela, and a revolution has been going on in this world, and magic is now banned. And I believe where she has grown up, a lot of the crops are struggling, a lot of these places are struggling in general. And so she sets up a little jam shop and starts selling magic as jam. And it sounds like just a nice little cozy fantasy book to read if I'm bored, if I'm in a bit of a slump, which I am right now. And it just sounds like such a nice cozy little book to read, and I am very excited to get to it this month. Okay, so just as a refresher, these are the books on my April TBR, plus The Wicked King, which is currently out already on my TBR cart because I've been wanting to read this book for months. But yeah, these are all the books. I sincerely hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys stayed until this point in the video, I cannot thank you guys enough. I appreciate each and every single one of your beautiful faces so much. I hope you all are having an absolutely incredible morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!